This is what I found extremely interesting. I've been a loner all my life, partly because I learned very early on that I must trust nobody, and partly because I developed unpleasant traits that made me difficult to get along with. Since I often played alone, I would develop stories in my head and sometimes act them out aloud, speaking to imaginary people or soliloquizing to myself. Possibly as a result of this, people started writing books about me. So to speak, I began to imagine when I was 4 or 5 that everything I did or experienced was being chronicled in narrative form by invisible men who haunted me wherever I went and wrote my actions down as fast as I could perform them.
I know we throw around the phrase main character syndrome, but
wow. Yeah, this is literally that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this he said something about how messed up Dorothy Parker was.
Yeah.
This is deeply pathologically interesting. And again reminded me of the demons that came up several times in Willie Wilton. This appears to be the real life inspiration for those demons.
Yeah, and they're writers.
Yeah. If you did not listen to the Willie Wilden series, the main character has these black little demons that follow him around in his imagination and just relentlessly mock him throughout his life. It's really dark, and apparently based on something real that Mr. Doughbrain imagined when he was a child.
Perhaps you'll get to this part, but something I really like. So he's talking quite a bit about why he became a writer, what it's like to be a writer. He says that when he was a junior at the University of Iowa, one of his professors gave him a term paper back and said, "You must not go into law school. Stay in this vale of tears and keep writing."
Yeah. There was something about law school and politics. It's towards the beginning, and I have a video, actually, a short video clip to play. But in terms of not being a lawyer, he says here, "I wanted also to be a lawyer and maybe go into politics till I realized that I was too lazy and unfocused to take that direction." And I have him saying basically the same thing, but it's funny to hear it in his voice. So let me pull this up real quick. So I watched not only that 40-minute video of him reading from the book, I also watched this half-hour interview. And this is a show that Yale Cohn used to do on PATV. I think I played some clips of this show for the Willie Wilden episodes also. I think the show is just called Talking With, hosted by Yale Cohn. And I pulled this off of YouTube, and the video title was Joseph Doughbrain on Why Political Correctness is the Enemy of Freedom. But we're not really going to get into that right now. It's just a short clip where he says this.
On food and drink, there's section on politics and the law, which has always been a particular interest of mine, because when I was a young fella, I thought I was going to be a lawyer and a politician, and then I realized that was just going to be way too much work, and I didn't have the right personality for it anyway. But I'm still,
I don't know. I
shall we
think
say, an amateur lawyer,
really
an amateur politician.
Yeah. Well, and he called himself right there a bit of an amateur lawyer and an amateur politician.
Aren't we all?
And you may not remember, but I'll just remind everyone now, he ran for mayor of New York City as a libertarian. Something a lot of amateur politicians do is run for mayor of the largest city in the country. It's more that he's a failed politician.
Yeah.